Hi everyone, I'm Marco from Another-1, and this is the 26th question with Marco.
Before you proceed watching the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and smash that like button. Also, down below in the description box, you have a link for a 20% discount on trading fees if you sign up through that link with MEXC.com. Make sure you take advantage of that opportunity. And if you'd like, there's a QR code that you can use instead. Hey Marco, welcome to the interview. Glad to have you here. How are you today?
Thank you very much, Mark, for having me here. And I'm really good. I'm actually finally out of the quarantine. I just got back in China, so very happy to be with you celebrating my freedom.
Awesome, nice. Glad to hear that. Yes, so our community has some questions that they would like to ask you. And, I read them. They're pretty good and very interesting ones. So whenever you're ready, if you would like to go ahead, we can start one by one.
Ready to.
So starting with question number 1, what is the main vision of Another-1? What is the reason behind the establishment of creating this project?
Well, Mark, we're first of all a team of passionate sneakerheads. We're fashion enthusiasts. We love everything that is fashion and also luxury. And we wanted to create a platform that is access to new collection, providing a possibility for new designer and new emerging brands to create a new product and having them on the market. So this is our main goal.
Right. Yeah, very nice. I'm actually, I checked out your website previously. It looks very slick, very nice design. Yeah, and I think you guys have an interesting idea, which we're going to discuss more as I ask you questions from the community. So moving on with question number 2. Can you explain more about Another-1 ISO features and how does it work?
Yes, ISO is the short term of initial shoe offering. As I said, we start from sneakers and we're sneaker lovers. So we thought that to create a launchpad where designer and brands can showcase their new collection. The initial shoe offering essentially is a launchpad that allows crowdfunding of new collection through the communities within Another-1 ecosystem. Anyone that wish to create a new collection, create their own silhouettes of a sneaker or even any other fashion items, and we help them to launch the collection with our community.
I see. And so when they create the collection, is there some kind of online instruments that they can use to design it? Or is the design that is something like done on your end? I mean, how does that work? Like, how would they create it?
Well, it is a bit complicated, especially if we talk about sneakers. We're launching our first digital sneaker collection. And we went through the process of creating from the design from the scratch to the digital assets and then connecting the two of them. It's very difficult for now to create an automation. This is definitely something that we're going to work. But for now, what we do is we have a team of designer, we have a team of sneaker modeler and physical designers. So it is a process where people that want to join us for an ISO needs to go through, but we're going to offer all the tools. So for now, it's much more like handcraft rather than automized because we like to do things with perfection.
Right. Very well. Moving on with question number 3. What's the Another-1 badge for? Can you tell us more about minting the badge?
So we have the badge, the release of the NFT, if it is what you mean by badge, it's the opportunity to join the initial shoe offering. So we have Another-1 token that allows you to join the initial shoe offering. And then we have the NFT that is the product of the initial shoe offering. The NFT itself, it serves like a badge because you can decide either to redeem the physical assets, so the physical shoe in case of a sneaker, or having the digital asset that can be a wearable collectibles in metaverse or different virtual spaces. As we're doing our first ISO, the metaverse that we choose is Decentraland. So you can choose either to use the badge to have the physical sneaker or the asset in the wearable asset in Decentraland.
Yeah, that's very cool. So you kind of design the sneaker and then you can either choose how you want it, to possess it, right? Either in a form of a physical actual sneaker that you can wear, or you can apply it in the metaverse, whether that be a character in gaming, something like that, right?
Correct. And actually it is our challenge to our consumer because now the metaverse and Web 3.0 is mainstream, we're kind of teasing them and saying, do you want to wear it in the metaverse or you still want to have it in the real world? So we're really curious on what we're going to be the outcome of this collection.
Yeah, me too. Question number 4. Are there any privileges for NFT owners? What advantages do we have if we hold another one for the long term?
For the NFT itself, as I said, there is the possibility of having an extended user experience. So let me give you a quick example. If you go to a boutique and you buy a bag or any kind of apparel, fashion items, your experience ends when you get out of the boutique. So after you buy the items, that is the end of the user experience. But if you have the digital assets, the digital twin of the items that you buy, then you can have an extended experience in the metaverse. You can have party. That NFT itself can be used as a VIP pass for different events in the metaverse, or even being an in-game asset that can allow you to monetize your gaming experience. And this is essentially what we offer to NFT owners. And for Another-1, we have the token itself that can allow you also to get whitelisted to new drops or having advantage in the Another-1 ecosystem.
Okay, very cool. Question number 5. How many thousands of NFT cards did you print and how many would you hand out or give away in total?
So we're talking about the new collection that we launched. This is called Another-1 Meta. The NFT number is 5,000. We decided to give to the communities as a giveaway 10% of the NFTs because we involve more than 20 projects. And each project is featured in our collection as a colorway. So this is the way that we wanted to create connection between the communities and the NFT, because our digital sneaker will become the iconic representation of the community, where you can be part of the community wearing this sneaker. That's why we wanted to have a high percentage of giveaway.
Makes sense. Question number 6. What is the MVP of Sneakerheads, the game on the Sandbox mentioned in your roadmap?
Well, the MVP is going to be released probably by the end of this year because it takes a lot of work. And we're doing things in old school. We hired a talented game designer team of voxel artists, because we need to have the experience to be immersive and not only a simple game, but a series of mini games, series of interaction. We also actually have a team of writers that is writing the story of the Sneakerhead. So I cannot give any sneak peek, but it's not gonna end with the first season.
Right. Just out of curiosity, how did the partnership with Sandbox come about? Did you guys meet somewhere and decided to collab? Or how did the whole story begin?
The story is pretty interesting. So I was connected thanks to my network to Sébastien Bourget, the co-founder of Sandbox. And I was talking to him we were having a video call, and then I was introducing him the Sneakerheads. And meanwhile I was talking to him, I remember he said, oh, I just bought a couple of your Sneakerheads, a couple of legendary, and I would like to bring them on Sandbox. So Sebastian at the end became one of our seed investors in Another-1. And this is where we decided to bring Sneakerheads in Sandbox.
Question number 7. Does Another-1 plan to implement tournaments that could also be streamed on platforms like Twitch for the games that got incubated already?
We're definitely thinking to expand to gaming ecosystem. Our intention is to have different games having Another-1 digital items as in-game assets. We want to dress all the avatars of the other games. Of course, this doesn't have to go too much out of our play because we're focusing on digital assets and digital fashion assets. Let's say we use the Sneakerheads the game as a use case for our in-game assets, and we definitely want to create some partnership to have more engagement of the gaming ecosystem.
Right now, there's a lot of focus on sneakers. Are you perhaps planning to expand to other apparel like clothing, or focusing on other elements of the clothing?
We definitely are expanding, and as we speak, we're talking with some brands that not only in sneakers, because the digital assets model, the ISO model, can be replicated for any fashion items. So again, I cannot give any sneak peek because there are still confidential talks, but we have some brand from also luxury and fashion that we can talk to. For brands, in terms of brand, Nike has bought RTFTK, Adidas has already their own place in Sandbox. Our take is more helping other brands, emerging brands, or brands that are not the possibility of those big fashion house to get into the metaverse. So definitely collaboration for other items and other brands, but we try to be more inclusive.
Awesome. Yeah, great for clarifying that. Question number 8. In the future, can you collaborate with famous sneaker brands like Nike, Adidas? If that turns out to be true, it'll be really cool. Well, I actually covered a bit of that in my previous question, but perhaps you have something to add.
Sure. We're actually talking with a couple of brands, especially for sneaker, that are pretty cool. They can have potential in the metaverse and in Web 3.0 interaction. So yeah, we're going to have some cool news very soon.
Looking forward to that. Question number 9. Can you explain what is Shoes Folio mentioned in your website?
Well, Shoes Folio, because we address not only fashion consumer and gamers, but actually we provide an asset class also for investor. So just imagine if you have a huge collection of sneakers that sometimes can be worth like millions of dollars, $1-2 million. The collection cannot be sold in bulk. So they're not sold as a single piece. The idea behind that creating a Shoes Folio is to create a fractional ownership over a collection, so that I can own a portion of different shoes. And it's just like I'm having a portfolio of stocks. You're having a shoes folio, a portfolio of shoes where you can mitigate and differentiate the risk instead of investing in one sneaker. And I'm talking about investing because there are some sneakers that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it's a cool term, like the analogy that you've drawn with the portfolio. I like it. Yeah, it's never thought of having a shoe portfolio. That sounds interesting in its own way. Okay, cool. Moving on with the next question from the community. Which blockchains Another-1 will be able to support in the future for cross-chain incubation?
Well, we are based on Cosmos. The reason why we choose Cosmos is for the interchain functionality. Our idea is that we want to have Another-1 shop. We call it Meta Shop because we integrate also with the metaverse. We want to have Another-1 meta shop in different metaverse. That means that we need to be compatible with different technologies. So the Cosmos ecosystem and the infrastructure that we believe as of now has the most potential to develop those interchain functionality. So we can be chain agnostic and we can have NFTs drop on different blockchain, but wrapped within Another-1 chain that is built on top of Cosmos.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, question number 11. Can you list 1 to 3 killer features of this project that makes it ahead of its competitors?
Well, first of all, we're talking about digital asset, right? So the possibility to have the digital asset that is linked with a physical asset. We are also exploring solution to have cheap or advanced QR codes that can create this process of authentication. The second is the possibility of the ISO for designers and emerging brands to create new collection and, let's say, having a space where they can act not dominated by big fashion house celebrities or famous fashion designers. And the third is the extensive experience in the metaverse. So just imagine you buy your shoe and then your shoe can be the way of accessing a secret passage in Sneakerheads the game or in any other game. And that secret passage allow you to earn in-game token that you can trade outside so you can monetize actually your fashion items. So I guess those are the 3 major functionality that we are advising on to get traction and engage our community.
Outstanding. I see that you have implemented a very interesting system to obtain NFT, but knowing that overproduction of these assets leads to their devaluation and market destruction, how will you manage to maintain a balance between production and demand of NFTs to avoid these problems?
It is being able to do a successful NFT drop in the past. I know that when you create a new collection, dilutes the first collection. Usually the free drop very welcome from the community. Our idea is to connecting also with other brands. So we don't do only Another-1 collection. And by the way, Another-1 for now is a platform. It is not a brand. So we're more like a gateway for other brands and designers to create their own collection. That's the way that we don't dilute our collection because it's in partnership with other. We're just like the tool to create very cool digital product. The second way is the possibility to redeem. And if we link the possibility to redeem to the burning of the NFT, then that creates scarcity in the market, and that for sure increase the value of the collection.
Yeah, I also wanted to add here a thing about like scarcity and rarity of NFTs. In my opinion, they're not only valuable because there's a few of them. They're valuable if the demand significantly outweighs the supply. You can have tens of thousands of NFTs, but if the supply is like hundreds of millions, they will be rare. And if you have like 1 or 3 NFTs, but nobody wants them, they're not rare, even though because there are only a couple of them. I tend to more agree with the statement that it's about the amount of demand you have, not how much you actually produce. Like, let me put 5 NFTs and make them rare, for example.
Totally agree with you, but let me tell you also another thing. If you're talking about NFTs right now, it's about community. So as you said, the traction of the demand is brought by the community. If you do 5 NFTs, you will never have a community because you only have 5 people owning those NFTs. If you have like substantial number of NFTs, then you can create a community. And the bigger is your community, the more successful is your collection. So I guess community is a fundamental part of a successful NFT drop.
Agreed. Okay, cool. Will we see Another-1 mobile wallet in the future?
Definitely yes. It takes some time, but yes, we're working on that.
Alrighty. Nowadays, NFT gaming projects are booming or trending, and so many NFT games are launching right now. Does your project have a plan for NFT gaming?
Yes, we're launching our own game, but as I said, it's going to be a use case because let me tell you one thing. I want to have the most popular game avatar wearing Another-1 digital products.
Okay, cool. That's nice. Question number 15. Once the product is developed, one of the main challenges seems to be adoption. What are some of the plans to stimulate adoption and build out the ecosystem around Another-1?
I guess here is more about collaboration with other brands and community. As I said before, communities are most important. So if you can create a way for them to, let's say, finding a purpose, make them wanting to be part of a community using your products because they can interact. There's also functionality of a like social hub in the metaverse where I'm wearing the same shoe, so I can access to like some area of the metaverse that I can access only with those shoes, and maybe I can access some events. I guess this is a way to create more engagement. And of course, like launching new products and a consistency in the product that you launch is the most important way and is a key way to keep the community stimulated enough.
Okay. 16. Partners are the most important component that strengthens the ecosystems of all projects. Could you tell us about your project partners and the partnership strategy you have adopted?
If we're talking about the crypto ecosystem, the NFT ecosystem, I guess we have the strongest partner that a project can have because we have on our cap table Animoca brands, that is the god of, of the NFTs. As we talked before, Sandbox is also our partner. We have a link with Decentraland right now. We are discussing to be featured in their Fashion Week in Decentraland next month. And also we have a community VC in the space. We received a grant from Polygon ecosystem as well because Sneakerheads, the game, it is used Polygon as a main chain for building the in-game characters and the in-game assets. So we have the strongest partners in the blockchain ecosystem, but we're also looking for partners in the fashion industry. That's why we're talking with different brands, with designers, because it's important to create for us a bridge between traditional fashion, crypto, and also the gaming industry.
Okay. Moving on with the next question. So, smart contracts are known to be susceptible to errors, bugs, or hacks. So how is Another-1 security system composed?
All right, so I have a great news here. We are on Cosmos, so there are no smart contracts in Cosmos. But of course, it's the building all the blockchain that is complicated. So we launched our public testnet for Another-1 chain, and it's working very well. We have big number of validators that are running our nodes. But I think when it comes to hacks, especially bugs, it's the testnets. But hacks, it is important from the beginning to establish some security policy, especially for the core team. If you have a multi-sig wallet, if you have two-factor authentication for your team members, especially when they interact in the Discords, in the official Discords, those are the minimum requirements that you should have just to avoid the simple and most annoying hacking that you can have on your community, or like happened in the past, the wallet to be hacked or money disappear. If you at least have multi-sig wallet using services like Fireblocks or other provider, I guess you can avoid most of the most common problem of hacking.
Through that. Okay, where can we learn more about the project Another-1 and its functionalities in detail?
We are working on a white paper on the site that will be published on the website. We have available a live tech paper that can explain all the functionality of the chain and also the marketplace. And we're definitely gonna have more communication material and content. And we actually released a series of articles on our Medium blog and on our Instagram and Twitter, where people can have some information about what is Another-1 and what is about our project and how our different modules work. So I guess from the website, you can access all this information and you can be redirected to the different place where we have the information. But we're definitely gonna release a white paper soon to collect all a more comprehensive vision on Another-1.
Nice. And for everyone who's watching, we will drop the links down in the description box for you to check it out. Okay, cool. What is the first thing you would like people to think of when Another-1 is mentioned to them?
I guess I will use my tagline, one-stop shop that offers digital products for fashion consumer gamers and provide liquidity to investors.
That says it all. And the last question for today, Marco. What is Another-1 top priorities for 2022? Could you share some plans for the upcoming year?
First of all, we have the release of the mainnet. That is the most important thing because it's where our token is based and it is the back of Another-1 technology. And we plan to release, by the end of the first quarter this year. Second in line is the initial show offering Launchpad and the digital asset marketplace. That is the marketplace where the NFT released in Another-1 ecosystem will be traded, sold, or also staked. We're also working on a collaboration with a fashion brand, and we're aiming at the third quarter of this year to have it out because as you may know, is the time of the season where we have the fashion week. So one of our big aim is to be featured on Fashion Week with the partnership with our fashion brand partner.
Cool. Alrighty, that wraps it up, the 20 questions from the community to you. Guys, if you saw your question on the screen, that means you are one of the lucky winners and you can claim your reward by following the instructions down in the description box. Now, Marco, it is your turn to ask your 6 questions back to the community so they can earn additional rewards.
So now it's your turn to answer my question. First question is, why digital fashion products? Second question is, what's your take on the fashion brand exploring the metaverse? How does Another-1 fit in this value proposition? The third question is, can you explain how it works, the initial shoe offering module? The fourth question, what is the story behind the Another-1 meta collection? The fifth question, what is the connection with Another-1 and the Sneakerhead Society? The sixth question, what is the meta shop?
Very well. Guys, if you feel like earning additional rewards, please reply to these 6 questions down in the comments below, and you will have a chance to win additional rewards. That wraps it up for today. For everyone who's watching, please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, and comment down below. Marco, thank you so much for coming to this interview, explaining what your project is about. It's very cool. It's unique. It definitely has its position in the market. And I wish you nothing but success with it. And I hope that we will talk sometime in the future again.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mark, to having me here. And remember, welcome to Another-1, where physical meet digital.
Very well. Bye.